together.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable. Capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope! Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva la Raza, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect,
Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
you can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night in Chicago, only one of them will stand tall.
Punch straight to the face, stays off the attack. CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino Heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell who's got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched, I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fastest when those opportunities arise.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot...
From the heavens, big time splash. Eddie Guerrero firing up on the assault.
Right now, it looks like CM Punk is wilting to the intensity of Latino Heat, stalking from above.
Here we go.
Unbelievable athleticism. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Wants to finish this.
Blast off! You've got to be kidding me. Using your body as a missile over and over again. From the top.
Diving double axe handle. Just amazing athleticism being shown here.
From above. Airborne. And nobody home on that one.
Oh, what a maneuver.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero
From way up. Diving double axe handle. Momentum is running away from Punk.
Right now, it's looking like Punk is struggling to compete with Eddie's in-ring IQ.
from the sky. Oh, and that mistake could change the complexion of this match.
Oh, what a kick.
Crack your knuckles. We've got a is really adding up.
Picture perfect drop kick. Eddie ascending to the top.
Wants to finish this.
Lift off. Missile drop kick. And are you kidding me? He's going up again?
Up high. Oh, he misses the mark.
Drop kick from behind.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the Freak.
Flying.
Oh, huge miss right there.
Oh, what a kick. Oh, he saw it coming.
This athleticism is off the charts.
Looking for something big here.
Stalking from above.
Taking flight.
Again? He's making the
Sky high.
He lands hard.
and a reversal by Guerrero.
And a small package here.
And a kick out right away.
What's it going to take to put this match away?
This Chicago crowd getting even more excited. CM Punk is showing what he's capable of against Eddie.
Clothesline! I think that's it. That must be it.
But after shrugging off the pin, how much can he really have left?
Picture perfect drop kick. He's headed to the top now.
Wants to finish this.
Lift off. Missile drop kick. Drop kick. Running Hurricane Rana. And it's the ref who takes a hit there.
Things might be getting a little out of control.
Vicious knee. And Latino Heat is really dialed in right now.
And Punk needs to reassess his strategy.
Oh, stop right to the hand.
Oh, in my book, that is some creative offense there.
And he found an opening to fire back.
If Punk was looking for an opportunity to pull a 180, that could be it.
Evades the attack and not a moment too soon.
Caught with a neck breaker.
Eddie got out of the way.
Oh, that'll rattle you. Targeting a body part, working the arm.
Northern Lights! Guerrero spreading the heat through the arena now. Eddie gets countered. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. Effective counter. And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
And that failed to hit the mark.
Oh, nails digging right into the skin. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark.
Latino Heat take.
Looking for the suplex all the way up. Look at this power. Oh, no. Escapes and a chop block takes him down.
Ooh, he fends that off.
Two men giving everything they have. Their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie on the top.
Frog splash!
Is it enough to overcome Punk?
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Guerrero's bouncing the opposition around like a lowrider.
Springboard misses the target.
Kick from behind.
Ouch.
Eddie has to be aware now. This isn't the kid I faced before. This man is my equal. Maybe better.
Oh, managed to make a well-timed kick to the gut.
Oh, walloped by a huge club.
Back and forth. This has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero.
Fighting spirit or sheer stubbornness. Either way, everyone in the WWE Universe is hanging on every move here.
From the top.
Elbow drop. Good Lord.
Ooh, vicious kick to the spine. Three Amigos coming from Eddie Guerrero. Vintage Guerrero.
Three Amigos.
And Guerrero for the win.
Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk threw everything he had at Guerrero. But in the end, he just wasn't able to get the edge here.
Slingshot tech creating matches I only thought could happen in my wildest dreams is pretty awesome. But I see another application that, to this point, has not been attempted. I want to see Slingshot tech show me what could have been, too. One of the questions I get more than anything else is some variant of, what do you think would have happened if you stayed with WWE in 2014? Now we have a perfectly viable tool to at least attempt an answer. Hopefully, Slingshot Tech is up to the task. While I may not know too much about what the future could have held, I do know that Triple H himself, after having sent his corporate goons after me following the Royal Rumble that year, was sizing me up for a matchup at WrestleMania 30. And I do know that if that match actually happened, I would have absolutely humiliated him in front of the world. Now, there's no question in my mind I'd have run right through him. I'd waited years for this chance. After all his tricks during the summer of 2011, bringing in his friends to attack me, using his corporate position to constantly stack the deck against me.
I'm not picking a fight. I'm just saying be careful who you push. Because you know I like to push back.
I was ready to bring it all back to him tenfold. I'd have buried him. But let's see if you can breathe life into my words. WrestleMania 30, CM Punk takes on Triple H. Time to play the game? Well, Hunter, I hope you realize that CM Punk doesn't play.
The COO, the next World Heavyweight Champion, the Cerebral Assassin, the most powerful man in WWE, Triple H, is here.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the King, Triple H!
wanted the game, and CM Punk's got the game. Let this be a lesson. Be careful what you wish for. Triple H is a 13-time world champion. He lives in the spotlight, and CM Punk may be Icarus flying too close to the sun with this challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on paper, this should be a mismatch. Look at the names that Triple H has competed against at WrestleMania. The Rock and The Undertaker, Batista and Cena and Brock.
Oh, so are you saying that CM Punk has no chance against Triple H tonight? Because Punk's got a nice list of WrestleMania opponents himself.
Absolutely not. Like I said, on paper, it looks like a mismatch, but you can't judge heart and guts. Love him or hate him, CM Punk has heart and guts in spades. It's brought him this far, and you can bet he plans to have it to propel him straight to the main event of WrestleMania tonight.
Well, in this business, plans change, especially when they're up against those plans that are so expertly crafted by a mastermind the likes of the cerebral assassin, Triple H.
This is thunderous!
CM Punk may be the voice of the voiceless, but the WWE Universe is making absolutely sure their voices are being heard pretty well right about now.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
The cult of personality, CM Punk, prepared for battle against the game, Triple H.
Not to sound like a broken record, but CM Punk has gotten what he wished for. And look at him. He's going to be overwhelmed here. The voice of the voiceless is going to be silenced by the King of Kings. And he'll have no one to blame but himself. What will he say to the voiceless then?
Well, CM Punk's never been at a loss for words, so I doubt he'd start now. The same goes for him being overwhelmed. Punk has always known this is where he belongs since the first time he laced up a pair of wrestling boots.
These are two men who are going to try to tear each other apart.
Tonight, Triple H is not the COO of the WWE. Tonight, he's an ass-kicking machine.
CM Punk, Triple H, set for one-on-one action tonight. And championship main event implications on the other side of this match.
Triple H looking to dash CM Punk's WrestleMania main event dreams, stating that he's only doing what's best for business. Triple H has served as a proper roadblock for Punk this long. Can he continue to do that here tonight?
You know, I hate to question Triple H's strategy, but he can't continue to underestimate Punk here like he has been. Punk's proven himself as someone who can overcome the odds when the pressure is at its highest.
And it doesn't get higher than Triple H at WrestleMania. But you're right, Triple H has to know he can't intimidate Punk like he can so many others. He has to know that now's not the time for the cerebral assassin. Now's the time for the ass kicker.
And guys, we spend a lot of time around these two men. They're ingrained in the locker room. They are two men other superstars seek advice from. But they are not two men that should ever be seen in the same room together.
Yeah, get yourself caught in a room with both Triple H and CM Punk, and you can cut the tension with a knife.
It boils down to trust, gentlemen. Hunter doesn't trust Punk's views on the business, and Punk has the same sentiment for Triple H.
Oh, she has bad intentions now. Up high, crossbody from the top.
The game getting picked apart here.
With this offensive onslaught, Punk clearly sending a message to Triple H.
DDT!
Oh, look at this. Out to the apron. Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. The hardest part of the ring.
really wants to humiliate Triple H tonight.
Face first.
Setting up.
It's locked in. The Koji clutch.
And needs to escape and does. Gets free from that painful hold.
Mounting their...
Countered by CM Punk. And gets tossed back into the mat. Well, what's this manager looking for under the ring? She has no business down there. And Triple H well scouted.
CM Punk playing to the crowd now.
All right, he's got to refocus up now. Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
The seeds of this battle go back to CM Punk's frustrations with the company. Seeing head figures not listen to the people, not give the best in the world his due.
Yeah, and Punk wasn't going to take it anymore. The brass never wanted a guy like CM Punk to succeed. Never wanted to acknowledge his cult of personality. And now Punk is forcing the COO to take notice on the industry's biggest night of the year. Ooh, loving blow. He answers right back. No way. A slingshot cross body.
Showing reckless abandon. There was every chance that could have gone wrong. But instead, it was...
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the...
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Kick gets caught.
Answer after answer for each other's offense.
Roundhouse kick. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Yeah, Punk clearly hell-bent on putting the game out of commission.
Momentum going back to Triple H's corner.
You can't push the game that far without getting some retaliation.
Headed back into the ring.
And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight. Oh, look at this. Out to the apron.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? On the apron.
The hardest part of the ring.
Triple H facing a beatdown.
Punk is determined right now.
Targeting the arm now.
Mistake, and that error could be costly. Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach.
Caught an elbow to the gut for that effort.
Mongolian chop. A razor-sharp chop there.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Triple H is being kept in check.
Northern Lights. Oh, what a response. Opportunity now for Triple H to capture some momentum.
He is absolutely back in this fight.
And then follows it up with the line.
Punk looking to finish this with the Anaconda Vice.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
Has him in the...
Punk now just wailing away on his opponent and dragging them up on the turnbuckles. This will not be pretty. As CM Punk goes. The plunge.
End of the line for the game.
Transitions into the pen. Is this it? Punk did it. Punk's going to the main event of WrestleMania.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
And with this win, CM Punk has punched his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. Later tonight, vying for the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton and Batista.
Punk can celebrate now, but the worst is yet to come. Main eventing isn't the goal. Winning the main event is.
The best thing about defeating Triple H at WrestleMania 30 is the spot it granted me in its main event later that night, a full 11 years before I'd actually see that dream fulfilled. The worst part? I'd be entering battle at less than 100% against Randy Orton and Batista. Great. Batista had won the 2014 Royal Rumble, locking him into a match with WWE World Heavyweight Champion and my old pal, the Viper himself, Randy Orton. But my match with Triple H came with that added stipulation where the winner would join the match and make it a triple threat. This time, though, I'm going to let you choose who you want to control. Would Randy Orton have walked out of his matchup still on top? Would Batista unleash the animal within for another dominant victory? Or would that kid from Chicago shock the world and win 2 matches at WrestleMania against 3 of WWE's most dominant and imposing figures? I don't know for sure what will happen, but I do know what I'd like to see. Well, what is it that you want to see when CM Punk takes on Randy Orton and Batista in the main event of WrestleMania 30?
The following is a triple threat match and is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
The Apex Predator, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
Introducing the champion from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton. Orton has been at the absolute top of his game lately, but even that might not be enough in a triple threat match against Batista and CM Punk.
But a wounded CM Punk who has already competed tonight. Still, that's a lot of variables on the grandest stage of them all for a champion trying to keep a hold of his title.
I'm sure Orton has no intention of losing tonight. A menacing look on the face of the Viper, Randy Orton. The winner of the 2014 Royal Rumble, Batista.
And introducing the challenger from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista. Batista fought hard to earn this opportunity to get his shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
But I'm sure he'd much rather this match have remained one-on-one. The presence of CM Punk is sure to complicate things for the Animal.
In Batista's mind, a worn-down CM Punk might not count as much of a legitimate threat.
You can see the savagery bubbling beneath the surface inside Batista. This man is ready to go.
Orton is a man Batista knows very well, going back to when they ran together in Evolution. CM Punk, meanwhile, is the X Factor.
You've got to be ready for anything here in WWE, and WrestleMania is no exception.
A man who had to battle his way into this main event against Triple H earlier tonight. The Second City Saint, CM Punk.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
You have to admire the guts of CM Punk to take on this challenge and keep putting one foot in front of the other, heading towards that ring.
I'm surprised we're not admiring the guts of CM Punk because they are hanging out of his body after that match against Triple H. This has been a long, hard night for CM Punk already.
And it doesn't get any easier with Batista and Randy Orton standing in his way. Beating Triple H was WrestleMania Miracle #1. For CM Punk to take home the title tonight, he'll need a second miracle.
And a little help from the WWE Universe to cheer him on in the meantime. Time to play spoiler, CM Punk.
Three men competing for the ultimate prize. CM Punk, Randy Orton, Batista. Bear hug, squeezing the... Gonna save this one early on.
Thunderous power slam.
And after what CM Punk had to fight through earlier tonight, he can't possibly be in the best shape for this triple threat. Orton even going for a quick cover. Bringing up the pin count there.
Getting sent to the turnbuckles.
And a clothesline.
Uppercut right on target.
Is it possible that Batista could just power through both Punk and Orton with his raw animal strength?
It's certainly possible, but I don't like it as a strategy. Blind Rage isn't going to get Batista what he wants, not with a calculating superstar like CM Punk in the ring. Batista has to play smart in this one.
No countouts, no disqualifications, triple threat rules. CM Punk in his first WrestleMania main event. A dream come true.
CM Punk has totally defied the odds as far as his accomplishments here in WWE. If he can beat all of Evolution in one night, it'll add extra credence to being called the best in the world.
And you can tell Punk is still feeling the effects of his match against Triple H. Gets lifted into position.
Right across the larynx. Serious damage to the arm being inflicted here.
Oh, he tied that counter well. Looks like he's coming back in. You know, Batista and Orton were complaining for a couple of weeks that this match was going to be a triple threat, that they were really promised a one-on-one match.
Not only that, Michael Cole, we have been robbed of an Evolution WrestleMania main event.
Oh, brother, what a pity.
Truly, Cole, CM Punk has ruined what could have been three titans waging war over the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Batista able to counter.
Oh, lands the kick.
Massive miscalculation on that one.
Solid bit of defense on his part there. And connecting with a brutal shot to the neck.
And he comes in under the ropes end.
Effective takedown.
Taking their time. Oh, vertical suplex. Look at the power here. Absolutely incredible. Walking around the ring. With authority.
Punches to the face. Going counter for counter now. Can it be capitalized on? You cannot look at Randy Orton without saying, wow, that the face of WWE. Put that face on the cover of the programs and those lovely little collector cups.
Polar opposite feelings at WWE headquarters when it comes to CM Punk. But if Punk can pull off the miracle tonight, he would become undeniable.
There's a reason why Stephanie and Triple H have made Orton the face of WWE. As our good friend JBL would say, if you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, it will look exactly like Randy Orton.
If Randy comes out on top in this match, that will settle the entire issue. He will be, without a doubt, the face of WWE.
And a big question coming into tonight was, are we going to see the animal of old? Will Batista look like a dominating force?
You don't win the Royal Rumble by accident, Cole. Batista said he came back for one thing, to become champion. He doesn't care what anybody thinks about him. He doesn't want to be cheered. He doesn't care. It's all about the title.
The animal is certainly still in Big Dave, and he's still upset with this not being a one-on-one contest, but he will take every advantage of the triple threat rules. Oh, a merciless strike!
Batista is being taken full advantage of now.
Orton cutting Batista off. The animal's got to be wounded.
Great wherewithal to dodge there. Straight to the jaw. Ouch!
Randy Orton may be one of the most malicious, one of the most vicious superstars we've ever seen in WWE. There's no absence of malice at all from this man.
All fat.
Take down into a small package, tightly hooked.
He breaks the pin.
Getting out of dodge quick. He does not want to be in that ring right now.
Flying. Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage.
Solid contact from the Viper. Randy Orton showing no mercy.
This devastating offense from Orton is so hard to prepare for.
Saw the opening and turned it into a jawbreaker.
And I've been saying this in the lead up to WrestleMania. The Viper has been lying in wait, and it would be a big mistake to underestimate the champion.
That's a good point, Wade. It's funny, over the past couple of weeks with the stuff going on with Triple H and CM Punk and Batista getting in Stephanie's face, Randy Orton in many ways has almost become an afterthought.
It's hard to believe the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is an afterthought. But you guys are right. Will the champ make that pay off? And a stomp to the gut. CM Punk knows what's at stake here more than anything. He said he wants change in WWE. And if the catalyst for that change means going through the COO and then to future Hall of Famers, then so be it.
What will tomorrow look like if the voice of the voiceless becomes champion?
Stanford would be in a panic.
Maybe. Bourbon Street would go crazy tonight.
Any two of these competitors is a recipe for a classic, but all three, this is incredible.
Batista, Orton, and Punk each giving their all in that ring.
Ooh, a vicious shot right to the dome. Repeated hits like that are going to happen very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
Look at this. This can't be good.
Hellacious.
Punk entering the submission. Just extending Parfit.
Agonizing roll. Got to find a way out, and they do.
And he has answers for Batista. Neckbreaker.
Barbaric clubbing blow. And Orton just with nowhere to turn on that exchange.
And again, it's the head taking the brunt of the impact.
I really don't think the skull can withstand much more of this.
Backbreaker. Set right into the corner.
Orton outthought him there.
Bang on the money. The Apex Predator taking command.
And Orton's turned the match in his favor.
He gets the kick out after the one.
The wear and tear of this match only affected him slightly, it seems. And he's in. The animal now. Looking to muscle up his opponent. a new champ.
KO out of nowhere. Consider your title dreams dashed after that.
No, not now. Just look at the shock on the champ's face.
Orton is going to have to keep his composure moving forward. He thought he'd put him down with that one, and now he's got to think of another way. Just torturing his opponent.
A maneuver that the champion has put so many away with before. Keeping those title dreams alive a little longer.
The Viper cannot believe this. That should have ended this match, but it continues.
This is absolutely unreal. We might just be witnessing the very embodiment of fight forever. This match was always going to be hard fought, but Punk, Batista, and Orton are refusing to give up any ground.
Some of the best ever, throwing down like only they can.
In control here with a swinging neckbreaker. Expert. CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Punk trying to withstand this surge.
Counters. Randy's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
Maybe Orton's found a new source of aggression to battle back with.
Mounting there.
And he counters.
Not looking in any condition to fight. More like a sitting duck here.
Able to parry that one. Chair-breaking uppercut. I think this whole place is shaking right now.
They're literally tearing down the house.
Batista looking to put this one to bed. Batista bomb.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champion.
Yeah, no, he doesn't get the three.
Those championship dreams stay alive a little longer as this continues.
The Viper wins it all. Orton defeats both Punk and Batista.
The winner of this match, and still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
So the Viper, Randy Orton, holds on to the title after duking it out with both Batista and CM Punk.
But when all is said and done, the Apex Predator is still on top. Randy Orton is just too deadly to be stopped.
Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the U.S. Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion. Create the moment that you want to last forever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
Week after week, John Cena has stood in that ring and defended his U.S. title against anyone brave enough to answer him.
From cocky young upstarts wanting their shot at the crown to the most grizzled veterans, John Cena has taken them all on and put them all down. You have to admire Cena for continuing this open challenge. He's elevated the US title by putting it on the line every Monday night.
And the way Cena has been able to adapt to whoever answers his call has also been so impressive to watch.
Let's not sugarcoat it, guys. Cena's ego is a big part of this open challenge. This is about pride, and sooner or later, someone's going to come snap him out of it.
It is a bit of a double-edged sword. Defending the title against some of the best has to be taking its toll on him.
You gotta be kidding me! CM Punk answering Cena's open challenge.
The roof has come off of this building. Cena looks like he's seen a ghost.
CM Punk is coming for the United States title.
CM Punk, a man that perhaps knows John Cena better than anyone else in the entire WWE.
You guys talk about Cena's open challenge elevating the United States Championship, but let's not forget that Punk has set the standard for what it means to be the best in the world. He takes every opportunity he can to prove it.
And that is what's so fascinating about this. Punk just doesn't want to beat Cena. He wants to remind everyone that when you mention the great champions, his name comes first.
If anyone can match John Cena's fighting spirit, it might just be CM Punk.
Yeah, and Punk isn't walking into this one blind either. He's faced Cena and beaten him on some of the biggest stages possible already.
And there's some added motivation for Punk here, guys. He is dead set on adding that title to his resume.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk. And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, John Cena!
Cena defending the title against anyone, anytime, and tonight it's CM Punk's time.
Week after after week, Cena's US Open Challenge has been can't miss TV. But tonight is the biggest defense yet. CM Punk attempting to win his very first US title. It's really the only major title he's never held.
Well, with that in mind, it really does feel like there's even more on the line here than just the US title. The anti-authority versus the fate. Shoulders down. Championship at stake. Gets the shoulder up.
He might have been putting the cart before the horse with that pin, but it was worth a try.
Oh, he cuts it off. The John Cena US Open Challenge has already given so many opportunities to up-and-coming talent in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, even Bad News Barrett.
All great competitors, no doubt, but none of those talents are on the level of CM Punk.
I'm right here, guys.
Tossed aside.
It wasn't the height or distance that caused the damage, but they certainly contributed.
I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Cena just unleashing all of his power.
The challenger is going for it. And the champion avoids the 2 count.
That may have been an easy kick out, but they'll surely get... Trying to hook that front waistlock. Blocked, now reverse, dragged off.
CM Punk has accomplished so much in his career. PCW champion, Intercontinental champion, Tag Team champion, World champion. Bear hugs. The bear hug. And a way to get out of it is being on display right here.
And able to evade the offense.
Sunset flip powerbomb. No question after that powerbomb, the champ has a strategy to retain.
Hoisted up and driven down. The Emerald Flosion.
Hooked up. Shit breaker.
You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one. The best in the world is known for a long time. Each shot landing with a little bit more venom. Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
No end in sight to this exchange.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it.
Slammed down. Climbing up to the top. Looking to go high risk.
Punk about to take flight.
Brutal miscalculation. Good God. Just a disgusting thud heard here at ringside. Precarious position here.
Electric chair to the face buster.
Gentlemen, it is always a treat to see CM Punk and John Cena face off in a championship match. The last 2 times that Punk challenged Cena for a title held by the franchise, they were 2 of the greatest matches in WWE history.
CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011 and their rematch at SummerSlam were both classics and defined the careers of both men. We've had plenty more amazing matches between these 2 men since that night, but when it's Punk gunning for a title around Cena's waist, it's just magical.
Fired hard into the corner. It crashes to the mat.
Nice running crossbody.
I'm just going to ask this. Why has it taken CM Punk so long to answer the US Open Challenge? Is Punk intimidated by Cena nowadays? Remember, the last time these 2 stood face-to-face in the ring, Cena defeated Punk to earn a spot at WrestleMania.
Punk is not intimidated by any opponent. A part of me thinks Cena probably expected Punk to be one of his first challengers, and I don't know. I kind of felt like someone else was meant to answer the challenge, but Punk did it instead. Right here, right now, I truly believe John Cena is not ready for CM Punk.
Strong tackle.
And Cena now is dominating.
Punk is looking all out of sorts right now. Cena has just been pushing him around here.
John Cena's been holding open challenges for nearly 4 4 months. Week in and week out, he's told the locker room, if you want some, come get some.
And many have taken some, even if none of those challenges have yet to pry that title from Cena's hands. You've got to think that Cena is not at 100% given the caliber of competition he's requesting each week. I believe that CM Punk has the highest odds yet for a
John Cena. Reversal into the inverted DDT.
And Cena with the wherewithal. Cena looking to close this one out. Here it comes. Cena with an A!
And that is exactly how a champion stays a champion.
Cena retains.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, John Cena!
What an absolutely incredible match. John Cena is looking absolutely unstoppable right now as United States Champion.
I have a feeling Punk isn't going to let this one go easily.
Well, credit where it's due to Cena, but this loss might have just created a monster out of Punk.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best, or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
CM Punk, the best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. legends at WrestleMania. He's stolen the show. He's made history here. This is a familiar spot for CM Punk to be in. But AJ Styles, this is his first WrestleMania. His first time ever being on a stage this big. And Punk is well aware of that. No doubt, Punk's counting on that fact.
Yes, but it's not for a lack of talent or preparedness on Styles' part. Punk's not going to underestimate Styles just because he hasn't been to the dance. Because he knows that AJ Styles can pick up the choreography quicker than just about anyone.
This is huge.
Well, much like every person in this 100,000-plus crowd in hand, I have goosebumps like I've never felt before. This is going to be an all-time classic. And it may have taken years for AJ Styles to make it to WWE, but he is here now, competing on the biggest stage possible.
The biggest stage possible with the biggest bragging rights on the line. Who really is the best in the world?
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Styles soaking it all in, the magnitude of this moment, of this match.
AJ Styles finally where he's always belonged, on the grandest stage at this showcase of the Immortals. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We're about to witness a classic for the ages, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best in the world, CM Punk. These two have come so far, but they have always been destined to meet here.
And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles. And this one should be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle the pressure, but can Styles?
I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can tell you that they both have a chip on their shoulder tonight. They're excited.
Oh, here comes a brutal bit of back and forth.
Now the competitors backing that. Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Oh, this exchange is whipping this capacity crowd into a frenzy.
There's return fire on AJ. Textbook neckbreaker. Neither one of these men are going to hold back in this one, are they?
Absolutely not. And both Punk and Styles are incredibly capable of getting down and dirty when they have to. They're maybe a great deal of respect in this match, but there's also a lot of pride on the line. Neither Punk nor Styles will hesitate to pull out all the...
And this one should be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle the pressure, but can Styles? seen CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. Well, they have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight. And on the biggest stage possible, CM Punk versus AJ Styles was tailor-made for WrestleMania.
Moonsault. Into the DDT. One step ahead there. Both CM Punk and AJ Styles are known to attract followers. Whether it's a club or a society, each man frequently has backup at their beck and call.
Well, I will thank you for not bringing up the new Nexus, Michael Cole, but I will tell you this much. I firmly believe this match will be a one-on-one affair. When it's a match of this caliber on a stage as big as WrestleMania, you don't want to leave any doubt as to who the better man is, and that doubt sets in the moment that reinforcements come into play.
Neither one of these men are going to hold back in this one, are they?
Absolutely not. And both Punk and Styles are incredibly capable of getting down and dirty when they have to. There may be a great deal of respect in this match, but there's also a lot of pride on the line. Neither Punk nor Styles will hesitate to pull out all the stops on each other in this match, and I personally cannot wait to see it. Not even a 2 count. He's still holding strong here.
CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute geniuses when it comes to in-ring IQ. Both have great striking and submission skills as well. But the outlying categories will be what defines this match.
I'm with you 100% on that, Corey. AJ Styles has the edge when it comes to aerial attacks. CM Punk is the better brawler. I expect each man to make this his kind of match, and whoever is more successful in doing so is likely to end up the victor.
Took him out at the knee.
The tried and true method to taking anyone down.
Ducks under. Pele kick.
Focusing their attack on the arm, and ooh, eats a big right.
And it looks like, oh yeah, he is indeed bleeding now.
CM Punk realizing now, AJ Styles is indeed phenomenal. Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though, into a chop block.
In the corner, has to find a way out of there. Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize?
Got him where he wants him.
Up and a perfect Falcon Arrow there.
He's in a bad place. This is where it could all end for him.
Check out the springboard. Oh, what a lariat. Turns that back on CM Punk.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Look at that club. Oh, kick. Wow.
AJ Styles unleashing a phenomenal blitz on his opponent. Down you go.
AJ taking control. This looks bleak.
Styles clash.
That could be Punk's demise.
2, and they're still in this.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
Styles absolutely thought that was it. Who could blame him? The kick connects. Oh, my God. AJ scaling the turnbuckles. From the top. Elbow drop.
Ducks under. Pele kick.
Styles is on another level right now.
Styles bringing the fight to Punk, refusing to let up or back down for even a second.
Oh, saw it coming and delivers an elbow to the teeth. Escape just in time.
Bang! Crucial's counter there. Burning hammer.
Bodies are bruised. Egos are hurt.
Risking it all here.
Shot cross body.
That was absolutely unreal.
Coming in at breakneck speed. Kick to the stomach. And he gets sent back into the ring. Strong counter from Punk. Opportunity now for Punk to capture some momentum.
Maybe Punk's found a new source of aggression to battle back with.
AJ now, so inventive.
Able to reach the ropes and break the hold.
Big elbow.
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Yeah, AJ's clearly working to teach Punk a lesson about who the best really is here. Getting muscled up for a vertical suplex. Oh, nimbly landing behind and taking out the knee.
He manages to stem the tide of attacks.
That might have been the decisive moment he was looking for in this.
Shoving him into the corner now.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose. Counters to gain the advantage. What a clothesline.
Hold on, he's lining him up.
Check out the springboard. Oh, launching himself from the ropes.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
The Styles clash.
The Styles finish the job here. 2. AJ Styles just beat CM Punk at WrestleMania. Unbelievable.
Here's your winner, AJ Styles.
And tonight, like so many nights before he stepped foot in WWE against CM Punk, AJ Styles was simply the better man. Punk won't be having his arm raised here, but I really hope he can accept losing a hard-fought match like the one we just saw.
Yeah, as disappointing as this loss must be for Punk, I'm sure he respects the fight Styles put up to win. Punk's already proven he can turn it on.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get to the front of the line to beat Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
The man looking to end the career of Kurt Angle with a loss tonight, CM Punk.
The following is Kurt Angle's farewell match and is a submission match. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Punk has gladly accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the amateur wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match, this chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing the respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
At long last, Kurt Angle and CM Punk face off inside a WWE ring. And on the biggest stage here at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle is set to retire tonight. And CM Punk jumped at the chance to be the one to send him off into the sunset.
Look, I know Punk respects Angle, but this could also be a career-defining moment for Punk. Can the best in the world put the Olympic gold medalist on the shelf for good in a submission match?
We'll find out right here. CM Punk said he loves Kurt, but he'll not be sorry to put Kurt Angle down for good. Northern Lights! And Wade, long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding. CM Punk and Kurt Angle were positioned as the premier attractions. Punk being the young upstart with a groundswell of support behind him, and Angle being the veteran, the true wrestling machine.
Oh, those would have been battles that would have shortened each man's career, no doubt.
Angle showing plenty of intensity here.
Punk on the wrong side of Angle's technical expertise here.
Double underhook suplex. Bang! He finds a counter. CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy it would be to put him down. What kind of mind games are those?
It's a stroke of genius in my view, Cole. As much as you want to paint him as a hypocrite, Punk has been great at confusing Angle, disarming Kurt, allowing Kurt to bring his guard down only for an opportunity to stab him in the heart.
Yeah, exactly, Wade. It's a hypocrite that you just described. No getting around that fact. Any advice for CM Punk here? Taking out a gifted technician like Kurt Angle?
Well, Punk's no slouch when it comes to holds and technical abilities, but let's be clear. He's not on Angle's level. That means Punk really needs to avoid getting taken down to the mat. You don't want to be on your back trying to out-wrestle Kurt Angle.
Strong suplex. And again, stipulation for this match is a submission match. You can only win by tapping your opponent out.
And it was a very nice gesture from CM Punk to request this for the last match in the career of a submission specialist like Kurt Angle.
Come on, Corey. Nothing virtuous about that decision. All just part of Punk's mind games. Punk wants to play Angle's game and be able to say that he beat him at it.
No, it's a sign of sportsmanship. It's like an olive branch being extended. Punk's allowing this match to be like a home game of sorts for Kurt.
CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Angle has the advantage over Punk, and he's putting it to good use.
Right on the arm. Angle heads up. From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me?
If there was ever one last time for Kurt to put...
Way too long. Diving moonsaults. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. Oh, what a kick. Right to the gut.
And no matter how we go, opponent down, Angle can do what he wants and locks in the ankle lock.
And yes, he's able to get out of this dire situation.
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. With the counter. He's able to shut down the offensive flurry.
But Punk has to push now while the window's open. Angle slam. Angle might just have Punk right where he wants him.
Angle with a spectacular single leg into the ankle lock. This does not look good.
Will it get countered? Yes. Not letting the submission attempt do any more damage here.
Oh, what an axe handle. And at this point, Punk is just punishing Kurt, softening him up for an eventual submission.
Perched up top. He fails to connect.
Nice takedown there from Angle. And
the rope providing a bit of safety here.
Slips out of the way.
Swinging neckbreaker connects.
Oof, using the sharp point of the elbow.
He's just waiting for that perfect moment. Check out the springboard. Whoa, just floating through the air.
The fireworks just keep coming from Punk and Angle. Neither man is backing down at all here. What a show this has been.
And Punk gets countered there.
Nice monkey flip.
Punk now locks in that double under.
Trying to put them away, able to counter.
Big clothesline.
Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch is in. Time to go night-night.
All the pressure on the neck right now. Extremely difficult. Coquina clutch. Nowhere to go, but there is a way to
He's got something in store. Caught with a clothesline. He's looking lost out there. Looking like an easy target. Check out the springboard.
Connects off the springboard.
The best in the world is looking to put a legend out to pasture.
He wriggles out of the...
Angle with a spectacular single leg into the ankle lock. This does not look...
And now forced to surrender. The pain was just too much.
Here is your winner, and forever, your gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
Kurt Angle winning his retirement match by making CM Punk tap out, ending an incredible career on a win.
And at WrestleMania, no less, CM Punk tried his best. He took every shot Angle gave him, but the Olympian...
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer: Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this: Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link. And tonight, it will be the battleground for CM Punk and The Fiend.
Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing The Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
Yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and The Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, the Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside hell in a cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight the Fiend. You survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with the Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for the Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
Or you can prepare for a wrestler. You can prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Not flinching at the steel structure, not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the Devil's Playground with the Devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him.
I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. Not only taking on the Fiend, but being locked inside the Hell in a Cell with that monster at the showcase of the Immortals.
His nerves have to be shot. As calculated as Punk is in the ring, there's no way he could possibly figure out what the Fiend is about to unleash on him.
He won't know where, when, or how it's coming. All he can be sure of is that it's gonna be brutal.
With a lariat.
Precision elbow strike. Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was the Fiend, before he was Bray Wyatt, the man under that mask was actually a follower of CM Punk.
Yeah, shortly before Bray Wyatt.
Look out! Wow! Crossbody!
CM Punk bringing attacks to the Fiend, but will the Fiend shrug this off as we've seen so frequently before?
Goes without saying, but a leg injury will hamper your ability to do just about anything.
The springboard attack fails to land. Boof!
And CM Punk is in control.
Punk fighting through the fear and putting a pounding on the Fiend.
Big time height on that kick.
Oh, that just busted him wide open. Oh.
CM Punk and The Fiend facing off against each other at the event that brings out the best in each man, WrestleMania.
You speak the truth, Corey Graves. Every time Punk comes down that ramp at WrestleMania, his next-level competitiveness hits an all-time high. That's why we've seen him have all-time WrestleMania classics against the likes of Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, and The Undertaker. But as for The Fiend, I need only remind you of what happened last year at WrestleMania. The Fiend lured John Cena into the Firefly Funhouse match and destroyed the franchise both physically and mentally.
And since then, John Cena has not been seen in a WWE ring. Got to wonder if CM Punk will suffer the same fate should The Fiend get his way tonight. Well, according to my notes, CM Punk's in-ring experience against...
From the top rope.
CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
Punk might have put an end to the nightmare with that.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back nails the GTS. That could ground Bray for good.
2. CM Punk beats The Fiend.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over The Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with The Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight.
Stop cold with a clothesline.
Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against The Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a case where I just might.
He gets sent straight down to the floor. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. This might be one of the most psychological matches we'll ever witness in the history of WWE.
The Fiend started laying his groundwork earlier. I know Punk seems like he's unfazed, but deep down I think the seed of fear has started to sprout inside him. Punk has to do everything he can to fight through that fear if he wants to walk out of WrestleMania with the win tonight.
Let's cover here. Gets the shoulder up before 3.
He kicked out, but that was most likely closer than he expected at this point. Just snapped back to the ground there. CM Punk bringing attacks to The Fiend, but will The Fiend shrug this off as we've seen so frequently before? Quick exchange of counters there. Walked out with a neck breaker. Trying to get back to his feet with no clue of what's waiting for him.
Reversal. He saw that coming.
One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch.
Fiend turns the table. Both of these men have had cult-like followings in the WWE locker room, but tonight is purely a one-on-one battle.
For a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is the gargantuan cell surrounding the ring. It's nearly impenetrable.
Neither man seems to welcome any allies at this point. The Fiend's transformation seems to have shed any vestiges of being a family leader. And with a match of this magnitude, I don't think Punk wants anyone at his side. Punk wants to prove he can overcome the Fiend without any help.
And that'll put an abrupt end to his little one-man show.
Stalking him now. He could be looking to put him away.
Check out the springboard.
Saw that one coming.
Both of these men have made...
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
No. Sickening delivery from the Fiend.
You've got something else in mind, I guess.
Taking a step back and measuring his opponent.
No. The Fiend's onslaught continuing, making things very difficult for Punk.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda vice grip.
And you can see him struggling to break this hold. A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Oh, God. Working on the arm. And Fiend falls to a counter.
Gets out of dodge. Using the arm like a billy club.
Clothesline. Things now not going well for CM Punk.
An absolutely punishing series from the Fiend. Punk is looking rocked. Oh, man, that's just not right.
Shoving it down his throat.
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks. CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
uppercut.
Fiend might have it here. Got it. No, just a 2.
Not an easy escape, but staying alive for the moment here.
I don't know what to say, guys. The Fiend is in that scary state right now.
The Fiend is just teeing off on Punk right now. Oh, stiff uppercut.
Scouted, now can capitalize. Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Bray Wyatt locks in the claw. This is agonizing. Hold it out one more time. That has to do it.
2 count. Kicks out, just kicked out.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always fight.
Shoulders down, this could be it.
The Fiend wins it.
Here is your winner, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
We may be witnessing the end of days here. The Fiend's power is only growing now that he's added CM Punk to his list of victims.
Remember this moment, gentlemen. I think we just witnessed a landmark moment for the entire WWE.
I feel bad for Punk coming up short, but what on earth does this mean for the rest of us?
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. 3-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife, is here after a decade.
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there's people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true. But that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
Here comes the best couple in the world.
From Chicago, Illinois, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
CM Punk and AJ Lee have both accomplished so much as individuals. Both have Hall of Fame credentials in WWE. Both have made their mark outside the business too, but the thing that means most to each of these competitors is standing right next to them. Punk and AJ are at their best together, and they're about to show the world exactly why.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and crazy is her superpower. Both of them are about to make a lot of noise tonight.
Punk and AJ have always felt like they were better than the likes of Miz and Maurice, especially when it comes to competing in WWE. Well, tonight's their chance to prove it.
Now for a real power couple in the form of the It Couple.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Maurice and The Miz.
And this is what it looks like to be truly in sync, to truly be as one, as a partnership, as a team, as a unit. The Miz and Maurice, 100% on the same page, which is more than we can say for CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Look, Punk and AJ may have less experience as a team, but you can't really buy that they're anything less than a cohesive unit. These two really can't get enough of each other, can they?
It's called being happily married. Miz and Maurice are clearly the gold standard when it comes to marital and in-ring bliss. A power couple and tag team truly deserving of the spotlight.
Big-time tag team action underway here as CM Punk and AJ Lee take on The Miz and Maurice.
Yes, and we're about to find out just who is the true ultimate power couple here in WWE.
Well, there's only one It Couple, and no offense, but it's not Punk and AJ. The camera loves Miz and Maurice, and Miz and Maurice know that nothing looks better on camera than beating two of the best in the world.
The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer, their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher, but there's one aspect of this that the It Couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one: experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
And since this is standard tag team rules, the men can fight the women and vice versa. How does that change up the strategy in this one? How does AJ's strategy when facing The Miz differ from her strategy facing Maurice? Or all the other combinations we could see in this tag match?
Honestly, these are all four high-level championship-caliber superstars. They've all done their homework, and none of them are going to hold back, no matter who's standing across the ring from them.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maryse was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder at 211 days.
But that record was surpassed by the other woman in this match, AJ Lee. So not only is AJ Lee a better competitor in the women's division, she's a better diva too.
She fights back with the counter, and Maryse is finally changing the tempo with that attack.
Maryse tipping the scales a bit here. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergender tag encounter.
Onto the back of the neck. Look at this here, arm wrench.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maryse.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maryse took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them to get their foot in the door. There's no shame whatsoever in how Miz and Maryse got here, and their success since is proof that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I think we have a submission being applied here. Miz cannot allow it to lock in.
Submission locked in, but would you look at that? Miz fighting his way out of the submission. There it is. Gets the separation. Fires back with a crucial elbow. Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maryse are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter?
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes.
Coming in off the tag.
Tag, she got there.
Oh, clothesline.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maryse a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maryse has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the...
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi, and textbook CM Punk, Anaconda vice grip.
She's fully locked in.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here. Put in the corner now.
And saw what was coming there.
Lots of counters from each athlete. Impenetrable defense.
Spinning kick in the gut.
Russian leg sweep.
Tag. And desperately trying to escape up. Double axe handle.
Maryse's hopes are waning.
Beautiful
Beautiful roll.
A baffling choice, her stopping the pin like that. Ooh! AJ gets fended off. Boom, right in the button. Chop block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee. Oh, and Maurice turns the tables. Oh, she retaliates. Fends it off. Good counter.
She manages to maneuver herself out of harm's way.
She gets put in the corner.
Tag in the corner.
Oh, right to the body.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left.
And now going for the victory.
Is this it?
Oh, Maurice kicking out just before the 3 count. Amazing.
And it should come as no surprise that these 4 superstars are putting on an absolute tag team. Oh, and shoulders down. Got the cover.
Ah, there it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
In what may be one of the most emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side every step of the way.
And there's nobody who stands close.
Truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE 2K26 Showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go. And if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K Showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.